the season starts is toughen your butt up by like sitting on something hard for a long period of time. Because my butt is sore. Very sore. Stiff. All right, guys, day 2 of spring gobbler season in South Carolina. I don't know what, this is a new spot. It's going to be a heck of a walk going in there. So we'll see what this comes up with. I don't know what to expect on this one. But I know there's birds back there. It's going to be a long walk. They were hammering below me. Probably about quarter mile, maybe half mile. And they're just bam, bam, bam. And now, nothing. Tells me someone probably walked in on them. Well, it's good to hear them at least. I hate getting up. This is where I spoke them. Here's what the area looks like. You know, there's some pines up there, and I really thought they'd be roosting in the pines. But obviously I was wrong. But I didn't want to go up into the pines. It's a good thing I didn't because it's a long way up there. But here's a little view of like how open the area is. The leaves are super loud. It's pretty windy. It was windy last night, so it probably roosted at the bottom. And I climbed all the way up the hill. I shouldn't have done that. So I guess that's why you think, like, oh, I want to get up here. But the conditions weren't right. Hindsight. Because they were hammering down there, like, freaking going crazy. And here I am, on top of this freaking hill. It's like dead quiet now. I don't get it. I'm just gonna mosey on down this tram road. Listening. So when I'm walking down this tram road, obviously, you want to be quiet so you can see the dirt. Whole idea is to be as quiet as possible. Walk on the dirt, not the leaves. Breaking sticks like I normally do. Probably can't see this, but there's some turkey scratching. Probably can't pick that up, but they are here. Okay, it's important to be self-aware of your surroundings. So, I don't know if you can see this, like, behind me, a mountain. Behind me, a mountain. So I'm like in this valley. And even though I want to call, see, hey, what's out there? If I hear them, then I gotta go up a mountain. And the logistics are not there. So be self-aware when you're gonna call. Because, I mean, they could be out there, they could be back there. But if they're up there, there's no way Now you're stuck, because those suckers don't like to go downhill. So, something else. I'm near the stream, so it can be a little bit more, uncareful, I guess, or not careful, like louder, I guess. That's just gonna muffle your sound, and you can walk a little faster to get where you need to go. I thought I was gonna hoot. I do not do that. Okay, something I always do. I make a point to let them know someone's back here. So, footprints. A lot of people I know, they want to be super quiet. Well, super quiet, yeah. But they want to act like no one's been in here. Like I wasn't here. To me, I want to make sure people know I'm in here. Maybe that will say, hey, this area already has hunting pressure, so we're going to move on to a different area. Versus me trying to be in here, all quiet as I'm snapping tree limbs, and all of a sudden you're set up and people come in here and he's like, wow, I didn't know people hunted here. Now they know, because if they see boot prints, it's me. Anyway. I always like to make sure I'm unloaded before I go to my truck. I don't know what the laws are really about having a loaded gun near the road, but nothing good's gonna come about it. I think I lost one of my shells. I have to look through my vest. Hopefully I didn't, because these things are expensive. They're like $2 a shell. Okay. Well, that didn't go very fun at all. Actually, I enjoyed myself, but it got cold and it got windy. So if I was thinking right yesterday, it was pretty windy last night. So if I was thinking right, I should have known better than to go up on the mountain. I should have stayed in the bottom, and that's where they were at. They were down here just hammering. And a lot of people were, they say like, yo, you got to cut the distance, you got to get on them. But this is public land. I mean, there's a car there. There's 2 cars right back behind me. So it's not fair for me to just run in there. Like, it's different if you're like 16 or 19 and you're just, running in there because you just don't know. But when you're in, when you're in the 40s, you should know. And it's like no excuse at all. So a lot of the guys, they say you got to cut the distance. Some places it's illegal. I mean, I do it, depending on the location and where I'm at. But the last thing I want to do is mess up another hunter's morning, because like I'm going into work. A lot of these guys here are doing the same thing. So the time's precious and you don't want to be that guy at all. So anyway, it was just pretty awesome just hearing these turkeys go off down in the valley like that. I wish I had captured it on the video. As you can see, like I'm pretty cold still. So, but anyway, I wish I would have captured it on video. Maybe I'll get a little bit better at this. But yeah, we'll see how this video turns out, and I'm gonna compare it to my last video and see which camera does better quality. Hopefully this one does, but I kind of like the other one better though. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so let's talk. I'm back from hunting. I gotta tell you, my success rate is like dismal. And then if you add public land to it, it is so hard turkey hunting. like, woe is me, but it's the challenge that I accepted. I know what I'm getting myself into, to where I heard a lot of those birds, like I told you before, I heard them down there. If that was private land and I knew that there wasn't gonna be another hunter down there, I would have totally like cleaned the distance to them. And, but that wasn't the case. I'm just not gonna do that, you know, because it's just not worth it, really. But public land is hard. Okay, so if someone says they shot one on a bird, a turkey gobbler on public land, it means there's something. It means they're like, you know, they're very good at what they're doing. Okay, my calling's not the best, so this is why, you know, I pretty much started this channel. It's basically iron sharpens iron, because I started to have you know, like backpacking outdoors adventures, and it's like there's people out there that do these things like so much better than me. Like even public land turkey hunting, there's savages out there where they can just smoke birds all day long. And then there's other guys that think they're good, and then they go to public land and they just go quit hunting turkeys. You know, so that's like when I say love the process. I mean, it's like going, going. You fail, and then all of a sudden it's like the boom, the connection. You know, and that's what makes it worthwhile. I used this analogy to a friend the other day about like fishing, where his boy went out fish, caught like 35 fish. I'm like, that's amazing. But then imagine you're out there fishing, you're just working the stream, you're going down the stream, you're down like almost a mile, and you have one hole there, and you throw in, and all of a sudden it's just like piranhas everywhere. It's like, boom, you found the hole. But you had to work that mile to get there. So that's the challenge of hunting. So if you're looking for the action pack, like double birds down and all this stuff, you know, you're not going to get it here. That's for sure. I'll teach you what I know. And the biggest thing I could teach you of anything is like, don't be afraid to try. Just go out there, do your due diligence. You got Onyx maps, but you also have the DNR websites where their maps are like up to date. There's, you know, Onyx. I think West Virginia uses Asma. I have no idea what you call that, how you pronounce it, like AZ something. But you can download their DNR maps onto your phone for free, and you can see actually your position on the map, so you know if like where the boundaries are too. And these maps are up to date too. If you go on the actual website itself, West Virginia accumulates land, like all of a sudden there's a WMA somewhere. You're like, where did this thing come from? Well, they accumulated it. So even like South Carolina, they'll update their maps, and a lot of these states are getting more have interactive maps, to where it's going to make, I don't know if it'll make Onyx obsolete, but I doubt it. But I would definitely use their maps versus an Onyx map, is showing like where to hunt, you know, the boundaries and whatnot. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up right now. It's day 2 in the bag. It was a good day. I mean, I'm hearing birds, but it is just so tough on public land. So I don't know. Maybe we'll connect. Maybe we won't. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of eating turkey. I mean, I'll eat wild turkey, but it's not like, oh, this is, you know, there's a big misconception, you know, like of like preppers saying like, oh, I'm going to get into hunting. You know, if stuff gets real, I'm just going to go hunting. It'd be 3 years and all the animals would be wiped out. And they say that's what happened during the Great Depression, that people just went out and just hunted so hard. And it took like 30 years for the wildlife population to come back. True or not, I don't know. Makes for a good story, but it's definitely a sport. It's definitely not like I eat for meat, you know. It's like, yeah, do the math on your equipment, your gear, your time. No, you hunt for sport. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. And